We still have quite a ways to get better because they have been playing games and traveling and having more practices. But I feel like as we go on, we'll be good.
I know this is a question Mr. Carr wanted me to ask. Can you slam dunk it?
No.
Where did that come from?
No, that was my question.
I can check backwards.
All right, so let me ask you this.
Yes.
Next game, three-pointer, are you going to sink it?
Yes.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
I
Hey.
don't know. I wasn't really feeling it and then just shot it.
So one thing I was wondering, Jaden, how much were you getting beat up underneath the basket? Because it looked like in the second quarter, you either scored every time you touched the ball or they fouled you.
Yeah,
or both.
They're pretty physical and choppy. That's beating me up.
It looked like you got your eye poked at one point.
Yeah, Sarah, she had a great pass inside, and this girl poked my eye before I even got it, and went blurry. So that's when I remember.
You're talking about that with trying to work more inside. You all have got some great guards that are doing some drive penetration and kicking it out to you. And again, we alluded to it in the game. If you're making that 10 to 15 foot shot, I don't think there's anybody can stop you. I mean, that's phenomenal. So, but again, I'll let you go. I know she Radio Land. She's barefooted. She's up here in the uniform. I'll let you go change. I know you got your family and everybody here, so I'll let you go. Again, that is Miss Jaden Fullen, our delegate Terry Kilgore Leadership Player of the Game. Thank you so much for spending some time, and look forward to talking to you in a great season. Good luck on Thursday.
Thank y'all.
All right, so. Again, that is Miss Jaden Fullen, and of course I want to say also thank you to Mara Mullins for spending a little bit of time with us. We're going to take a quick break, come back, wrap everything up here from a victorious Gate City Middle School Gymnasium as they start to let the blowers go here in Gate City. Again, you're listening.
But Rob's not up here.
You're listening to the Premier Pharmacy post-game show here on the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
I've been having pain in my knees and back, and nothing seems to help.
Call Premier Pharmacy.
I've been having hot flashes, feeling stressed, and have no energy. I wonder what's going on.
Call Premier Pharmacy.
I had breast surgery, and I want to do something about the scar.
Call Premier Pharmacy.
This has been the worst year for my allergies and sinuses.
Call Premier Pharmacy at 423-245-1022. Located at 109 Jack White Drive in Kingsport and accepting all insurances. Call to find out more or stop by for a free consultation.
It did look like she was getting killed.
Again, we are back here, and we were just talking about the inside game. Again, you're here listening to us live from Gate City Middle School Gymnasium. Again, a 68-42 win over the Tennessee High Lady Vikings. Got Coach Kelly Hauser coming up here. Going to ask her a couple questions. We'll wrap everything up here in just a few minutes after. If Mr. Carr will vacate her seat.
I feel like I'm playing musical chairs tonight. I'm going one side to the other, but it's all good.
It's all good.
We're getting some celebrities up here now.
Celebrity, I'm telling you. I mean, you just can't get them everywhere. So.
I will gladly move around if it means we get a win each night.
Exactly. Coach Kelly Housewright is coming up here. So, just so everybody knows, she is in the Rye Cove High School Sports Hall of Fame, the Emory and Henry Sports Hall of Fame, and soon she'll be in the VHSL Hall of Fame.
I don't know about that.
She's Coach Kelly Hauser. Thanks for spending just a minute with us.
You're welcome.
All right, so, talking into the ball.
Okay.
All right, 68-42 victory. Your initial thoughts after the big game?
I thought we came out very energetic, and we pretty much set the tone for the rest of the game by some things that we did defensively in the first quarter, or the first half for that matter. I thought we got out in transition and did some good things, and rebounding, we've got to work on that a little bit. But as a whole, I thought our energy was good, and I thought we did a good job of getting on them early and staying on top. So
Chris alluded to that because he's been keeping up with our rebounds and steals in the ball game, and it was only a 15-10 advantage in the first half. And
not what I wanted it to be.
And we were talking to Jaden and talking about Riley. You all should have owned the paint, and of course they kept it close there for a while.
Yeah,
the
they're a
rebounding.
scrappy little team. They've got a good program, and that's why we like to continue to play them, because it's good competition for us, and they're going to get after us no matter what the score is. They're going to play hard, and that's what we want.
It's talking about the team as that's your first quote unquote official game. Where are you at in the? Are you where you think you all need to be? Are you a little bit ahead, a little bit behind?
I feel like we're a little bit behind. I was a little nervous before this game just because I feel like we are a little bit behind. You know, we've got some new faces on our team, and we've had to go back and do a lot of teaching, and you know that's okay. But we just can't get ahead of ourselves because we got to make sure everybody's on the same page. How is it?
Of course, you know the last couple of years since Jordan and Kaylee sort of graduated, you haven't had that interior presence. Now you've kind of
That's where the teaching comes in.
How's that been a little bit?
These kids have not played with a post player like Jaden, and you know, like you said, you know, we had Kaylee and Jordan graduate 3 years ago, and you know they're not used to having that, and our offense has not really been geared toward a post player or having an inside presence, and so that's some things we've had to work on offensively for sure, and just you know everything that we do we've had to go back and reteach just to try to implement things with post players, and you know it's a good thing, it's a good problem to have, but I do feel like we're a little bit behind, but I think we'll be okay. Our schedule is not going to allow us to be too far behind.
Well, and that's what we were just mentioning. Of course, you know, you've got a good Sullivan East team coming in. Of course, they got lambasted by Daniel Boone tonight by about 20, but again, you got them coming in. You've got a Johnson County team, a physical team that's already had 2-3 weeks under their belt. What do you think about that? I mean, you know, Jaden sort of alluded to that. You know, they've got 4 or 5 games. You only got 2. You know, you all have got to be really ready, a little more prepared than.
Yeah, they're a little bit ahead of us, and we know that when we schedule these games, and that's okay because it's a great measuring stick for us to kind of see where we're at, because now we're playing our conference schedule so early. So we've got to have these games to kind of help us prepare and get ready for those games, because we know these Tennessee teams are going to, you know, as far as competition-wise goes, that's the closest thing we're going to see to people in our conference, and that's why we schedule them. So.
And I wanted to ask that because, you know, you've got a Lehigh team on the 11th. You've got the defending state champions on the 14th. You know, this is the first of the month. You know, why is that? Is that just a scheduling issue, or what kind of brought that about?
I'm not sure. You know, I can't remember if it was last year or year before when we started playing the conference schedule so early, but none of us were really a big fan of it. But you know, you're gonna have to play them sometime, so
right.
Go ahead and get it over with, I guess. But no, used to December was a good month to get these games in and get preparation, but it's not like that now. So you got to be ready.
Hit the ground running.
Well, Coach, one thing I've been wanting to ask you since, I guess it was Saturday night with Ryco, it looks like you've been putting in a lot of substitutions early on, which I like. I'm just kind of curious, is that by design or necessity? Are you looking forward further down the road this season?
Well, a lot of different things. I mean, the main reason is the way we play defense and what we want them to do, and as hard as we want them to play, you know, they're going to have breaks. So we're going to have to have some depth and people running in and out and playing the way that we want to play. We're going to have those people to be able to come in and contribute.
I really think that helped you all beat that press tonight.
Yes.
And your 2 freshmen have really impressed me both nights.
Yes,
they've
they're
come
solid.
in and they have been instant contributors.
Yes.
It didn't look like there was any nerves for them at all.
Yeah, you know, they both play quite a bit of basketball, and you know that makes a big difference. You know, if you play a lot, then you're obviously more confident, more comfortable, and so I think that's the case with them.
Well, I think that's only going to help you
in the long run, for sure. Yeah, we've got some kids that can contribute. We got 13 people, and you know, maybe not everybody will see the floor every night, but there's going to be different nights where everybody will be a contributor in one way or another, I believe. So
10 of the 13 juniors or seniors. That's what we were talking about. You know, they've got some experience, but your 3 underclassmen, your sophomores, and I mean, talk about a Sarah Thompson, 26 points tonight. The distribution of the ball, being able to break them down off the drill. I mean, talk a little bit about her and her phenomenal effort.
Well, I mean, definitely she's athletic and she definitely plays a lot of basketball. I mean, this is her game and this is what she wants to do, and she's really put a lot of time into it, and you can tell, you know, and you know, she controls how the game goes, and we're going to go as she goes, and you know, she's still just a sophomore, and sometimes you got to remind yourself when she makes those mistakes that she is just a sophomore, but she doesn't play like that most of the time. So, you know, that's another, you know, it's just a good problem to have. So.
Looking ahead at the Mountain 7, of course, it is the toughest district in the state of Virginia. 7 of the last 7 years, one of the teams have been there in the Final Four, you all included. Talk a little bit about the District 7, of course, with the Wise Central and Ridgeview. What do you see as the pitfalls, and how do you think your team stacks up?
Well, I mean, I think we can be right in the mix, but I also know from experience that if you don't show up to play on any given night, you're going to get beat, no matter which team you're playing. And it's just the competitive nature of everybody in our league and having to go and battle night in and night out. So, you know, if you don't bring your best game night in and night out, then there's a great possibility you'll get beat. And, you know, I just don't think – I think everybody – has a chance, you know, to win it. You know, you're just going to have to show up and you're going to have to play. I don't think it's Wise Central because they're the defending state champions. I don't think it's Ridgeview. I don't think it's us. I think it's anybody because it's just the competitive nature of our league.
The district tournament has been a sort of a precursor for that the last few years. You've seen upsets up and down the whole thing, so you're exactly right.
There's no guarantees, and usually in the last few years, you know, the league winner has 1 or 2 losses. I mean, so you just never know, and it's tough. And you know, if you're fortunate enough to make it out of our district, you got a good shot of getting somewhere. So hopefully, you know, we hope we can be there, but we're just focusing on one game at a time. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves because we understand we've got a lot of work to do here every day in practice, and we're just going to focus on Sullivan East right now. So
talking about Sullivan East, lastly. You know, what do you know about them in terms of their makeup? Well,
we play them every year, and we play them every year for a reason because they play a lot like we do. They play hard. They get after you full court, man-to-man. They trap. They can shoot, dribble, drive, and kick. And just hard-nosed, gritty players. And, you know, their coach and I have talked about it before. That's why we like competing with one another is because we like to play a lot of the same ways. And it helps both of our teams get better. So.
Well, certainly do appreciate the job you do as well with these young ladies. And again, excited for this season. Thanks for spending just a few minutes with us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Again, that is your head coach, Kelly Hauser, again from a victorious middle school gymnasium here at Gate City. Again, a 68-42 win tonight. So we're going to wrap things up here and let you out the door. Okay. And we're going to head out. Hopefully the snow doesn't get us.
Well, or if we don't get blown out of here with
Of course, it's a 2-hour delay, so Scott County Schools, everybody
can sleep. We can all sleep a little better tonight.
Yeah, everybody's going to sleep a little bit better. So, you know, again, as we talk about, again, appreciate you. Thursday night, we'll be here probably about 6:50 again with tip-off. Again, the Premier Pharmacy pregame show, and we'll get everything wrapped up. So, Chris, your final thoughts for the night's game?
Joe, they continue to impress me. I'm going to be honest with you. That second quarter was a little bit shaky. I could almost feel the ground starting to crumble away underneath them. They responded the second half and just took control of the game and pretty much shut Tennessee High down.
Good deal. Rob, your final thoughts talking about the ball game. What do you take from this game?
I think that as what Coach Housewright said, just echoes my thoughts that we're able to get all the players in, give them a good amount of time. Whether there's injuries, foul trouble, it's going to come a time when the young ladies are going to have to step up and take the place of some of our starters. So it's going to be a good game this coming Thursday when we host Sullivan East.
All righty. Well, like I said, that's got us wrapped up here from a victorious middle school gymnasium. Again, like I said, we'll sign off here for the Premier Pharmacy post-game show. Again, certainly do appreciate everybody listening. Thanks to all our sponsors. Again, you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio. We'll talk to you on Thursday night.